Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Today, we from the group 5 are going to present our presentation about discussion and results. First of all, we would like to introduce ourselves first. My name is Diana Zetri as the moderator. The first speaker is Firda Maulani Fitri. The second speaker is Bunga Larasati. The third speaker is Winda Sari. The fourth speaker is Kiki Nurliza. The fifth speaker is Pinkan, and the last speaker is me, Dea Anandazeti. Okay, uh, now we are going to let Firda Maulani Fitri to explain about definition of discussion and purpose of discussion. Please, Firda, time is yours.
Okay, thank you to moderator. My name is Firda Maulani Fitri. I want to explain about the definitions of discussion. Discussion is a form of regular and purposeful brainstorming in a group. In terms of the objective, number or participant, and level of officiality, discussions are divided into several types, such as commissions, brainstorming, meeting or forums, debate, group discussions, panel discussions, seminar, symposium, conference, and workshop. Next, I want to explain about the purpose of discussions. The first is training mentally to appear current in expressing opinions systematically and logically. The second is bringing together and unveiling ideas, dark patterns, and perceptions of various groups members in effort to make decisions. The third is to learn to accept and respect the opinions of others. The fourth is as a place to hone behavior and attitudes in order to shape character so that they become nurtured and competitive individuals. The last is group discussions will get new information as a complement to add insight into the mind. Okay, thank you. Back to the moderator.
Thank you very much, Firda. Next, we go on to discussion functions by Bunga Larasati. Please, Bunga, time is yours. Sorry, Bunga, please unmute your microphone.
Discussion function. The discussion itself has important function among others to train us to live in deliberation in solving various problems and finding solutions. Besides that, it can foster respect for mutual opinions, can do things quickly, and be able to foster good cooperation. The third, problem solving. The existence of a discussion, of course, has a problem topic that is raised for discussion together. This problem is an absolute requirement that must be present in the discussion so that the existing problems will be easily resolved together. Discussion is not possible if there are no issues to be discussed. And the last, development. Apart from being a forum for finding solutions to problems, discussion is a forum for self-development, tolerance, respect for others, self-esteem, and encourage in expressing opinions and having complete control over the um, discussion. Back to moderator.
Thank you, Bunga Larasati. Next, we go on to the next speaker, Windasari, to explain about principles in discussion. Please, Winda, time is.
Thank you for the moderator. Now, my name is Winda. I'll tell you about principles in discussions. Discussions is a scientific forum to exchange ideas and insights in addressing common problems. In discussions, intellectual and scientific dialogue or communication must occur. And the last one, discussion is an official, formal, and open forum. The discussion takes place in an orderly, directed situations and has clear objectives. Back to the moderator.
Thank you very much, Winda. Next, we go on to the components in the discussion by Kiki Nurliza. Kiki, please, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Dea. My name is Kiki Nurliza. I would like to explain about components in the discussion. There are 4 components in the discussion. The first is the moderator. The moderator, as a discussion leader or moderator, has the following duties. His duties are address the problems that will be discussed, delivering the rules of the discussion, open and close the discussion, set the course of the discussion, keeping the discussion on the subject matter, delivering the conclusion of the discussion. B. Presenter. Presenter is in a charge of compiling a paper and presenting it in a discussion with an emphasis on things that are considered important. C. Not writer. Not writer is charged of recording the main points of the discussion in the discussions. This discussion includes the core of the paper, participants' response, presenter response, and discussion result. D. Participants. Participants has the duty to play an active role in following the course of the discussion, creating a conducive atmosphere and mutual respect with other participants. Keep in mind that discussion is one way to solve problems. In this activity, you can exchange ideas and information. Thank you. Back to moderator.
Thank you, Kiki Nurliza. Next, we go on to the material about results. And the first material from the result is what is the result section and what does it do by Intan Fadilatul Husna. Intan, time is yours.
Okay, I will explain about what is the result section and what does it do. The result section of a scientific research paper represents the core findings of a study derived from the methods applied to gather and analyze information. The result section appears third in the section sequence in most scientific papers. It follows the presentation of the methods and materials and is presented before the discussion section. Although the result and discussion are presented together in many journals. What is included in the result? 1. Data presented in tables, charts, graphs, and other figures. 2. A contextual analysis of his data, explaining its meaning in sentence form. 3. Report on data collection, recruitment, and participants. 4. Data corresponds to the central research question. 5. Secondary findings. When writing the result section, avoid doing the following. First, discussing or interpreting your results. Second, reporting background information or attempting to explain your findings. Third, ignoring negative results. Fourth, including raw data or intermediate calculations. Fifth, be as factual, concise as possible in reporting your findings. 6. Presenting the same data or repeating the same information more than once. Last, confusing figures with tables. Thank you. Back to the moderator.
Thank you, Pinkan. And the last material is about steps for composing the result section, which will be explained by me. Okay, so there are 5 steps for composing the result section. The content and layout of this section will be determined by the specific area of research, the design of the study and its particular methodologies, and the guidelines of the target journal and its editor. Okay, so the first step, consult guidelines or instructions that the target journal published. The guidelines will generally outline specific requirements for the results or findings section, and the published articles will provide some examples successful approaches. And the second step is consider your research results in relation to the journal's requirement. So in this step, you need to focus on experimental results and other findings that are especially relevant to your research questions and objectives, and include them even if they are unexpected or do not support your ideas and hypotheses. And in this step, you need to decide how you will structure of your results. You can match the order of the research questions and hypotheses to your results, or you could arrange them according to the order presented in the meta section. The third step is design figures and tables to present and illustrate your data. I think this step is very helpful for you to make a result from research. Tables and figures can make an illustration of data that you get information from the research. Okay, so the next step, draft your results section using the findings and figures you have organized. The goal is to communicate this complex information as clearly and precisely as possible. And in this step, you need to try to write the result in the past tense and active voice to relay the findings, since the research has already been done and the agent is usually clear. This will ensure that your result of the research is clear and logical. The fifth step is review your draft. So in this step, it means that you need to double check or reread the accuracy and consistency of all the data, and you may reread your draft aloud to catch language errors such as the grammars, the awkward phrase, spelling, and missing transitions. Then, in the step, you have to ensure that your results are presented in the best order to focus on objectives and prepare readers for interpretations. Okay, so there are some aspects to consider in writing the results. First, it's to restate the aim and objective of your research paper so that your readers can really focus on the core of your academic article. Next, you have to present and explain the data you have collected or gathered and the findings of your data analysis and interpretation. The academic writing should be clear, impartial, and objective. Okay, maybe that's all that we could tell about discussion and results from the group 5. Thank you very much for your attention. Billahi fisabilil haq, fastabiqu khairat. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.